You know the first rule of karate, right?
All right, buckle up because this story kicks off in Japan, way back in 1986, in a tiny village with a name so confusing that even Google Maps gave up trying to pronounce it. Let's just call it Okanoko, because who has time for tongue twisters?
Like, share, and subscribe, or else I'll challenge you to a kung fu battle in the pizza shop parking lot.
Here's where we meet Daniel. Yep, Daniel. Now don't ask me why, but this dude looks kinda Indian. Maybe Jackie Chan wanted some global flavor in his movie, or maybe Daniel's just that mysterious. Anyway, Daniel strolls into a karate dojo run by Master Miyagi. Wait, don't get excited. No wax on, wax off here. But this Miyagi has some epic family secrets. Turns out the legendary Grandmaster Shambo, or was it Shimbo? Honestly, the movie can't keep the name straight. Was just a humble fisherman who loved fishing and napping. One day he dozed off on his boat and woke up on the shores of China. Classic case of, where am I? But lucky for him, a Chinese martial arts family took him in and taught him kung fu. When Shambo finally got back to Okanoko, yeah, still not sure if I said that right, he decided, why not mix kung fu and karate and make something new? And boom, the Miyagi fighting style was born. Family trademark, still taught to this day. So basically, this guy went from catching fish to catching bad guys. Talk about an upgrade. Fast forward to present-day Beijing, where we find Uncle Han, who looks like Shaquille O'Neal's long-lost kung fu master. Seriously, dude's huge. Uncle Han runs the famous Han family kung fu school, and his student Lee is about to have his life flipped upside down. See, Lee's aunt wants to drag him all the way to New York City for a fresh start. Lee, not thrilled. Imagine going from kung fu masters and ancient traditions to traffic jams, pizza slices, and people who probably don't even know what kung fu is. Anyway, Lee moves to NYC, grumbling the whole way, and immediately hates everything. The pollution, the noise, and the fact that nobody bows to kung fu masters on the subway. At school, Lee meets Maya, cute cashier girl at the pizza place. She kinda likes kung fu, he kinda likes her. They strike up a deal. He teaches her Chinese, she gives him a tour of New York. It's basically love in the time of kung fu. But wait, drama alert. Maya's ex Connor, who's not just jealous but also a kung fu bully, shows up and literally throws a punch, giving Lee a black eye so fresh it still hurts. Now enter Victor, Maya's dad, retired fighter who looks like he's been in more fights than a boxing bag. He patches up Lee and decides to train him in kung fu because apparently teaching pizza tossing wasn't challenging enough. Will Lee survive NYC's kung fu drama? Will he win the ultimate street fight? And will he ever get rid of that black eye? Stick around because things are just heating up.
He was the best in the city once.
Okay, picture this. Lee's just been through the worst day ever. His big bro got totally taken out in a brutal way. And honestly, who could have handled that? If you're like me, you probably just sit on the couch, binge watch Netflix, and order pizza, not fight crime. So Lee's drowning in guilt, emotional baggage heavier than his backpack. And what does he do? He quits kung fu. Yup. Throws in the towel and becomes a professional couch potato. Total depression mode activated. Can't even text his girl Maya. Classic, I'm fine, but actually not. One night, Lee gets home and everything's spooky. Lights off, windows wide open. He's like, great, haunted house vibes. Then bam, a mysterious stranger jumps him. Cue epic fight scene where Lee's dodging kicks like he's in the Matrix. Until whack. He accidentally kicks the light switch and boom, lights on. Turns out, it's his Uncle Han playing pranks. With a back so broad, it could star in its own action movie. Han drops some wisdom. In China, problem of my friend is problem of myself. Basically, buddy system kung fu style. Next day, Han and Lee visit Victor at the hospital. Turns out, Victor's pizza joint is repossessed because he lost the big fight. Yeah, that one. So what's the plan? Enter the 5th District Kung Fu Tournament. A no-mercy fight fest where Lee has 10 days to train or crash and burn. Han jets off to Japan to visit the legendary Uncle Shibo, the original kung fu master who taught Daniel. Remember him? Bringing along apple juice as a peace offering because apparently that's how you say hello in dojo land. Back in New York, Daniel shows up too to help Lee train because why not? The more the merrier, right? Lee's got to master the ancient Miyagi fighting style. A blend of karate and kung fu with a name cooler than his dance moves. Training montage? Of course. Lee sweats, struggles, and screams, "I hate mornings." But the payoff? Lee gets the secret dragon kick move. Sounds fierce, but looks kinda like a confused chicken. Still, it packs a punch. Tournament day arrives. Lee is on fire, winning round after round with his knockout moves and that infamous dragon kick. Final match? Lee versus Connor, the jealous ex and certified bad guy who's been trash-talking since day one. The fight is intense. Points tied, sweat flying, hearts pounding. Then Lee pulls the dragon kick trap, and bam, Connor goes down. Classic, good guy moment. Lee could finish him with a knockout blow, but decides to be merciful because, well, he's the hero. With the $50,000 prize, Victor pays off his debts, opens 2 new pizza spots because every kung fu master needs a fallback. And Lee and Maya, well, let's just say things get spicy. Did they get married? The movie's vague, but I like to think yes, because we all need a happy ending. And that, my friends, is how a confused fisherman, a pizza maker, and a kung fu prodigy save the day. One dragon kick at a time.
Subscribe now and be one of the first. When we hit 1K and start making money, I'll become the mini Mr. Beast. But I'm giving away shawarma, not Lamborghinis.